Marvel Zombies. The Marvel Zombies are alternate versions of Marvel superheroes and villains from Earth 2149 who suffer from a zombie contagion that transforms them into undead beings driven by an insatiable hunger yet retain their intellect, personality, and superpowers. On Earth 2149, the outbreak spreads when a hunger-driven being from another dimension infects the Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and other metahumans, prompting a cataclysmic collapse of civilization. The infected become zombified heroes who, unlike mindless hordes, retain full use of their powers and tactical thinking. The zombified heroes, including Iron Man, Spider-Man, Hulk, Wolverine, Giant Man, Luke Cage, and Captain America, remain capable of planning, coordinating, and fighting, making them vastly more lethal than typical undead. After devouring the Silver Surfer and subsequently Galactus, they absorb Galactus's power cosmic, becoming cosmic-powered zombie galacti who scour the universe for new life to consume. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe's alternate zombie outbreak reality, featured in What If? The outbreak begins when Janet Van Dyne incurs a quantum virus in the quantum realm. When rescued by Hank Pym, he becomes infected, and together they bring the virus back to Earth where it quickly spreads among the Avengers and worldwide, turning them into zombies. The quantum virus zombifies even powerful beings like Doctor Strange, Wanda Maximoff, Thanos, and members of the Masters of the Mystic Arts. Though ravenous, infected characters still often retain memories, combat skills, and in some cases magic or technology use. They combine undead ferocity with retained cognition and superhuman powers, intelligent, adaptable, and physically overwhelming foes, far surpassing normal zombification threats in fictional narratives. The Last of Us. The infected in The Last of Us are humans overtaken by a mutated cordyceps fungus, which invades the brain, erases memories, and turns victims into highly aggressive, undead-like creatures driven solely to spread the infection and attack survivors. They progress through increasingly dangerous developmental stages: runner, stalker, clicker, bloater, or shambler. Runners are newly infected and characterized by intense speed and tendency to attack in hordes. Stalkers appear weeks to months post-infection, use stealth, ambush prey from darkness, and sometimes attach to walls in dormant ambushes. Clickers, infected for over a year, are blind due to fungal overgrowth, use echolocation clicks, and possess enhanced strength, making them fierce in close quarters. Bloaters infected for many years are slow and blind but extremely resilient with thick fungal armor and can tear off toxic fungal pods to hurl as weapons, though they are vulnerable to fire. Shamblers, also long infected and typically waterborne, can grapple prey and release acidic spore clouds that burn victims, and upon death emit a final burst of spores. A rare and uniquely horrifying form is the Rat King, formed by multiple infected merging in a Seattle hospital after over 20 years. This colossal monstrosity endures extreme damage from fire, bombs, or gunfire and continues fighting as its broken-off parts remain active. The infected are among the most dangerous zombies because their origin is rooted in a plausible fungal mutation that hijacks human biology, creating unstoppable predators that combine the speed and stealth of humans with grotesque fungal enhancements and biologically advanced attack modes. Minecraft. Minecraft zombies are common undead hostile mobs that spawn in dark areas and attack players and villagers with melee damage, sometimes emerging in groups of up to 4 and occasionally wielding armor or weapons, making them unpredictable opponents. Baby zombies, which represent about 5% of zombie spawns, are much faster than adults, have the same health as regular zombies, and can ride entities like chickens, creating chicken jockeys. This combination of speed, small size, and surprise makes them exceptionally dangerous. They can break the top half of wooden doors, especially in hard difficulty, disrupt player defenses, and call reinforcements when injured, damaged zombies may summon additional zombies within a wide area. Similarly, geared zombies, those that spawn with armor or weapons, occasionally enchanted, and the ability to pick up dropped items, can become armed threats, their armor providing damage reduction and their weapons increasing melee power. Zombie villagers, a 5% spawn variant or resulting from villagers killed by zombies, pose further threat, as they can infect or be cured, but meanwhile continue to attack and spread zombification. Other variants add to the danger. Husks, common in deserts, do not burn in sunlight and inflict hunger. Drowned, which arise from submerged zombies, can swim and wield tridents, making them hazardous underwater and on land. All these traits, a variety of forms, smart tracking, door breaking, reinforcements, equipment, speed, and siege behavior, make Minecraft zombies among the most dangerous fictional zombies, turning even simple nights into survival nightmares. Call of Duty. The Call of Duty zombies are deceased humans who have been reanimated or infected through various means, most notably by the mysterious element 115, which reactivates dead cells and serves as the driving cause of the iconic Nazi zombies and other undead in the series. Element 115 is discovered in meteor fragments across multiple Call of Duty maps, from Shi no Numa to Kino der Toten and Moon, and its use by Group 935 scientist Dr. Ludwig Maxis inadvertently leads to uncontrollable undead. These zombies appear in diverse modes: zombies, exo-zombies, infinite warfare zombies, Nazi zombies, and even pop up in Warzone's limited-time Zombie Royale and Advanced Warfare's exo-survival. They continually increase in difficulty through progressively harder waves. Each round, zombies become faster and more durable, spawning endless hordes that force players to survive for as long as possible. Special variants further amplify their threat, including hellhounds, teleporting, speedy canine undead, crawler zombies spreading toxic nova gas, space monkeys, teleporting sprinters, electrified or toxic types, all presenting unique hazards. These zombies relentlessly pursue players using only melee, will continue attacking even after losing limbs, and can be distracted or manipulated through tools like monkey bombs or other in-game gadgets. Their combination of unending numbers, escalating resilience, diverse special types, environmental hazards, and evolving strategies, from elemental mutation to coordinated swarms, makes Call of Duty Zombies one of the most dangerous and compelling zombie threats in fiction. Train to Busan. The zombies in Train to Busan are humans infected by an unnamed bioengineered virus who become the central antagonists. Not just simple undead cannibals, but terrifyingly relentless, fast, and aggressive creatures driven purely by infection and survival motives rather than feeding, making them some of the most dangerous zombies in fiction. They are infected humans transformed into violent, contagious monsters, spreading the virus primarily through bites or scratches, and, according to one source, even possibly through contaminated water. Their terrifying capabilities include superhuman speed, endurance, strength, stamina, durability, powerful jaws, near-pain immunity, and overwhelming aggression. The transformation process is disturbingly fast. The closer a bite is to the brain, the quicker the victim turns. Initial symptoms include pale skin, grayish eyes, convulsions, twitching, and deteriorating mental function before full zombification. When in hordes, they become even more lethal, trampling victims underfoot, breaking through barriers, and pursuing prey through glass or gaps. Despite their resilience, they do have vulnerabilities. Low light or darkness blinds them, dismemberment or broken limbs slow them, and only destroying the brain neutralizes them, though shockingly, some can still twitch momentarily after a headshot, indicating the infection lingers in their body. Train to Busan zombies are among the most dangerous in fiction because they combine lethal infectiousness with extraordinary physical abilities, single-minded aggression, rapid transformation of victims, and terrifying coordination in hordes, all while having only a few exploitable weaknesses. Their design emphasizes unstoppable momentum and horrifying realism, making them uniquely formidable threats on screen. The Walking Dead. The Walkers, also called zombies, in the Walking Dead universe are reanimated corpses created by the wildfire virus, which resurrects any human who dies, regardless of cause, by reactivating the brainstem while leaving higher cognitive functions inoperative, turning victims into mindless, flesh-craving shells. Walkers are individually slow, unintelligent, and relatively weak, but extremely dangerous in large numbers or confined spaces. The wildfire virus, thought to have originated in France's biomedicine sector, quickly spread worldwide by April 2010 and was declared a global pandemic by August 25, 2010, collapsing civilization. Transmission occurs through bites, scratches, or contamination of wounds, with victims dying and reanimating unless their brains are destroyed. In addition to standard walkers, extremely rare variant subtypes, infected by mutated strains, exhibit enhanced attributes such as increased speed, strength, agility, aggression, problem-solving intelligence, biological defenses, and faster reanimation. Some are even known to climb walls, open doors, or recognize objects from their past life. Herds of walkers are especially lethal. Drawn by noise, they form massive congregations that operate with a hive mind effect. Each walker mimics others, enabling them to smash through barricades, overwhelm defenses, and react swiftly as a unified force. Walkers are among the most dangerous zombies in fiction, not because of their individual power, but because of their ubiquity, relentless nature, infectivity through bodily harm, capacity to reanimate indiscriminately, and their potential to act in devastating coordinated herds that pose an existential threat to survivors. The Sadness. The Sadness zombies in The Sadness are not traditional undead but humans infected by the Alvin virus, a horrifying pathogen that transforms ordinary people into homicidal maniacs whose limbic systems, those parts of the brain regulating aggression and sexual urges, are hijacked, releasing violent impulses that overwhelm all inhibition and conscience while still preserving their full faculties of intelligence and sensation. Early symptoms include unnaturally black or inflamed eyes, often progressing to completely darkened or red-infused eyes. These infected retain mobility, speech, and even the use of weapons, making them terrifying predators. They often commit violence, torture, and sexual assault not out of hunger but out of sadistic pleasure, aware of their actions yet utterly powerless to control themselves, sometimes even crying as they recognize their own depravity. They describe the virus as basically the worst form of a zombie virus, emphasizing that not only are they still intelligent, but they don't just want to eat you, they want to hurt and violate you in the most perverse and depraved ways imaginable. Hell on earth, essentially. This nightmarish combination of uninhibited sadism, retained cognition, weapon use, mobility, and emotional self-awareness makes the Sadness zombies among the most dangerous and disturbing figures in modern horror fiction. Evil Dead. The Evil Dead zombies, known as Deadites, are humans, and sometimes animals or objects, possessed by demonic forces unleashed through the Necronomicon Ex Mortis and the Kandarian demon, transforming them into sinister demonic zombie spirits with terrifying sentience, immortality, and superhuman strength. Deadites can possess the living and the dead and are often connected via a hive mind under Kandarian demon control. Unlike typical shambling corpses, they are often grotesquely deformed, rotting flesh, sharp teeth, pale or decaying skin, twisted physiques, and retain gruesome intelligence. They can exploit their sentience to manipulate, terrify, deceive, and physically overpower victims, even using levitation and distortion. Their immortality and lingering power let them persist until severely damaged, and sunlight may expel possession but isn't universally effective. Moreover, some argue they defy conventional zombie classifications, being better described as possessed rather than undead, so they aren't bound by typical limits of zombie lore. This terrifying blend of demonic possession, retained intelligence, physical deformity, unrelenting strength, manipulative cunning, and sadistic cruelty makes Deadites among the most dangerous and disturbing zombies in horror fiction. Hey everyone! Thank you all for watching until the end. I'll be back with more videos, so make sure to like and subscribe.